Welcome everyone! Today we're making coding clear and easy to follow. So today we'll be looking more closely at comparison operators step by step. Comparison operators, as implied by the name, are used to compare two values. So comparison operators are basically the characters we put in between two values to tell us if their relationship is true or false. Now that's key to remember. They return true or false to the comparison that is made. So one of the legends of the game, we have greater than. So we use this to see if the number, integer or float, on the left, so we use to see if the number on the left is bigger than the number on the right that we are comparing to. And if it is bigger, if the number on the left is bigger, then we get true. And if not, we get false. And another one we always use is greater than or equals to. So greater than or equals to gives us options. If either it's greater than or the same as of both comparisons, if they are true, then we get true. So if it's either greater than or equals to, then we'll get true. And if none of them is true, then we get false. And then we have less than. This does the opposite of what greater than does. So it checks if the number on the left is smaller than the one on the right. And then we have less than or equals to, which again is the opposite of greater than or equals to, and we give the computer two options to deal with. So it gives us true if either A is less than B or if either A is equals to B. And now a very common one is equals to. It compares if something on the left is the exact same as the one on the right. Now remember, here we can compare numbers but also strings and bool. Check out a video which is linked in the description below if you need an insight on what bool, or strings and other data types are. Note that it is 2 equals to sign. That is what makes it comparison. If it was just 1, then that would be assignment operators which assign variables. But here we're comparing and we want 2 equals to signs. Now, if there is a comparison operator that checks if values are the same, then as you might expect, there would be another one to check for the opposite. So we can check if two values are not the same through the not equal to operator, which has an exclamation mark before the equals to sign. In Python, to make our jobs easier as programmers, we can chain comparison operators, i.e. we can put two comparisons together as a chain. Now, don't worry, we're going to utilize this skill in a task later in this video. So we're going to show you how to do it. So now that we've learned about comparison operators and how to put them in a chain to make our work easier. So let us take on a little task to utilize what we've learned today and our knowledge throughout the course. So here's the task. You are writing a simple age check for signing up to an app. The app is for users aged 13 to 18 inclusive. So people who are 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old can sign up to the app. A user enters the age as a number. So that gives you a little hint about using the input. So what are we going to do? We have to write a Python statement that checks that the age is not equals to 0, that the age is greater than or equal to 13, and then that the age is less than or equal to 18. Now make sure to use chain comparison where possible because they make our jobs easier. And then the statement should evaluate to true if the user can sign up and if otherwise false. So you could pause the video here, try the task and then check if it works right. So to complete this task, I'm using VS Code as my IDE. You can also use any other IDE as your, as long as it runs Python. Now, if you're not sure how to get an IDE, check out a video, the link in the description below, for how to set up an IDE. So we have the task, which I've put in a comment. And so let's see where we're going to start with. So it says we're writing a simple age check. The app is for users aged 13 to 18, and that information is very important here because we need to know what numbers we're going to put into the comparisons. Now, the user enters the age as a number. So this is where I'll start the first line of code because I need the user to give me their age. So I'm going to call a variable called age. And so I'm going to put it as integer because it's an age, and then impute. And so inside that age impute, I want it to be reader friendly. So I'm going to go into it and say enter your age, or you could say like how old are you or something like that. So I got their age. So I'm done with line 4. Now I have write a Python statement that checks that the age is not equal to 0. Now before I do anything else, I just create like a minor comment here just to say age not equals to 0. This helps me organize how I put in the actual code. Now the second tick there says the age is greater than or equal to 13. Now I'm also going to put that down. Age is greater than or equals to 13. And then the third tick says the age is less than or equals to 18. Now from what we've learned today, we know that age less than or equals to 18. That's how I write it. And then it says use chain comparison where possible. Now looking at what I've just put here, I can see that I can actually make a chain comparison here. I can have, if age is greater than or equals to 13, that means that 13 is less than or equals to the age. So I'm gonna open one up here and say, I'm gonna go 13 is less than or equals to age, and age is less than or equals to 18. Now, the final statement in the task says the statement should evaluate to true if the user can sign up, or otherwise false. Now we can do that in quite a lot of ways. So I could just simply do print age is not equals to 0 and 13 is less than or equals to, let's just put a bit of space there, age, and age is less than or equals to 18. So basically the age is between 13 and 18, but it can also be 13 and 18. So now let's run this. Let's save and run. So let's say I say my age is 14. So we should expect it to give us true. And it gives me true, very simply. Now let's run again and try something, a different age that would give us false. So let's say I'm 2 years old. It gives us false. Now that's an easier way for us to just get true or false. But we can also go an extra step further so that we can get a lot more readable and a lot more user-friendly results other than just true or false. So we can go if age is not equals to 0, and let's just copy that, 13, all that. Then print you can sign up. And else, if not, then print you are too young to sign up. Right, now let's run this and see how it goes. Let me just hashtag that. Okay, let's see. Enter your age. Let's put 14 again, and it says you can sign up. So we see how it works now. I hope you got that right and you're satisfied with what you got. Now, if you don't understand anything on here, just put in a comment or check out other videos, because everything in this video has been gone through in other videos in this Python course, which is a playlist. And yep, so now we get a fully functional code that checks if a user is within the right age, 13 to 18, to sign up to this app. Hope that helped. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tutorials.